20 drivers from 10 teams, ready to throw down the gauntlet and fight for the ultimate prize in motorsport, the Formula One World Championship. But with big driver changes, new tracks, exciting race formats, and updated regulations aimed at making the racing as close as ever, 2021 is going to be a roller coaster ride. The return of two-time world champion Fernando Alonso to the grid has pleased drivers and fans alike, rejoining the team that gave him his greatest success, albeit with a brand new look and feel. Renault have rebranded as Alpine, and the striking French flag livery of their 2021 car brings a welcome splash of colour to the grid. And there's a second new name in the paddock. Aston Martin returned to F1 with another multiple world champion at the wheel, Sebastian Vettel, having left Ferrari to join the outfit formerly known as Racing Point. A perfect blend of youth and experience at Red Bull, who bring in Sergio Perez to partner Max Verstappen, while Carlos Sainz gets a coveted Ferrari drive following 2 outstanding seasons with McLaren. He's replaced in Woking by Daniel Ricciardo, who'll race in Papaya alongside Lando Norris. Pierre Gasly is joined at AlphaTauri by Formula 2's Rookie of the Year Yuki Tsunoda. And there are big changes at Haas, where 2 new rookies graced the grid, in fellow F2 graduates Nikita Mazepin and Mick Schumacher. 2021 will see the debut of the world's fastest street circuit, as Saudi Arabia becomes the 33rd country to host a Formula One Grand Prix in Jeddah in November. There'll be sea spray in the air when Zandvoort returns to motorsport's top echelon, the Dutch Grand Prix back in the fold for the first time since Niki Lauda won there for McLaren in 1985. And both Imola and Portimao return following their successful substitute appearances last year as part of a record-breaking 23-race calendar. With Formula One's next-gen cars delayed until 2022 due to the COVID crisis and stability in the regulations, it's tempting to think nothing has changed over the winter. But that couldn't be further from the truth. New technical specifications will see a reduction in downforce, equating to around a second per lap, with big changes mandated to the design of the floor, brake duct winglets, and the diffuser fences, all reducing the amount of suction generated by the underside of the cars. A change in the minimum weight also makes the 2021 Challengers around 11 kilos heavier than in their previous incarnations, with Pirelli enhancing the integrity of new tyre compounds to more fully withstand the demands of the world's fastest cars. Tyre choice is gone for this year, with teams receiving a standardised allocation of tyres, and there's a new sliding scale for aerodynamic testing. Simply put, the lower a team finished last year, the more time they will get in the wind tunnel to develop their aerodynamics and help them catch up. These rules come in as part of the introduction of a cost cap, an attempt to close the gap between the richest teams and those chasing over the coming years, to create more exciting racing. After 7 years of Mercedes' success and restrictions on winter development, you'd be forgiven for expecting another season of brilliance from the Silver Arrows. But pre-season testing had commentators off their seats, as it was Red Bull looking like they are in the ascendancy. Max Verstappen topped the timings, and the RB16B looked bulletproof, featuring a brand new Honda power unit for the Japanese manufacturer's last season in the top tier of motorsport. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff said the team had found a hair in the soup following a difficult 3 days for reigning world champion Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. You'd be a brave person to bet against them recovering quickly, but it looks like they'll be playing catch-up to the charging Bulls from the start of the season. McLaren were third in the 2020 Constructors' Championship and look like they're there or thereabouts again with a new Mercedes power unit, though they'll have to be at their best to fight off the challenge from Aston Martin, Alpine, AlphaTauri, and a resurgent Ferrari, who could all be in the mix for points and podiums. Alfa Romeo's Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi both praised the handling and performance of their new car, and will be expecting to move up too. And while Williams have also made gains, neither they nor Haas expect to make huge leaps in performance this year, with the majority of their development resources already looking ahead to 2022. Sixth in the Constructors' Championship in 2020 with just 131 points, Ferrari have restructured their leadership team, with the 4 heads of the chassis, power unit, racing and supply chain departments all reporting directly to team principal Mattia Bonotto. Enrico Cardili has taken over as head of chassis engineering in the wake of Simone Resta's switch to Haas, a move designed to bring the American team's engine supplier closer to its client. Williams' new owners have appointed the highly regarded Jost Capito to the role of CEO, with Simon Roberts made team principal on a permanent basis, as the Grove outfit enters the first full season of its new era. And there'll be no team principal in a new-look leadership structure at Alpine. Former Suzuki MotoGP head Davide Brivio joins as racing director, leading the team alongside executive director Marcin Bakowski. The fight continues off-track, with Formula One doubling down on its commitments to improving sustainability and also diversity and inclusion initiatives that will create positive and long-lasting change in programs across the world. We'll be right there as the action unfolds, getting the stories that matter and delivering all the action and analysis across F1 TV, Formula1.com and social media. There'll be fights, tears, drama and excitement. We've got new teams, young drivers with something to prove, and a few others with plenty more to give. Drivers rested, cars tested. The lights go out for race 1 on the final Sunday in March. It's time to go racing.